Devin, one conversation that we're gonna have that I think we've probably had one or two times, like one or two off seasons so far. We've had this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
but there's teams already. It's been what, almost a month since the season's been over.
Yeah.
And teams are saying they want a tush push ban.
That's cool. I mean, I don't know. Get the
Come on, don't. First of all, no, it's not cool. There's absolutely no
no.
reason for a
That's what
tush
I'm.
push
Yeah.
ban. There's
I mean, it's
no.
cool that they're going for a ban, but I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking
But
sense.
even if it's being like the fact that it's even being suggested, like I truly do not understand why teams aren't doing one of these two things. And I don't want to be like a what is it, a couch quarterback or whatever, couch coach, whatever they call it. Like I'm just
Backseat driver.
backseat driver, whatever you want to
Sure.
call it. But
Yeah.
would it not be in teams' best interest to use it?
Develop it.
Like here's the thing. There's not much that the Eagles have that helps them have a more successful outcome with their tush push
Yeah.
compared to maybe a team like Baltimore who
But they
could
have the same
easily.
big fat white dudes that get down there and push.
It's like I get it. They got, they're linemen, they're big, they're this. It's
Yes.
Jalen Hurts. But here's the thing: you could easily Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, center, guard, running back, two more
They've been doing that
receiver.
recently.
But yeah, I mean,
Now Josh got half his fucking rushing touchdowns.
every single team could do this.
Every single team needs that
Do
needs
and
a
and and
package.
and I know this is like, I don't want to compare it to like super rare things or just like obscure things, but think about like Brady just getting like snapped in half, just diving for QB
When
sneaks.
he goes to jump over the top.
And now, or if you want to go another way, like someone like Cam Newton, who like would just say fuck it and just throw himself over the
Dive,
goal
yeah.
line every single time.
I
Imagine
mean,
if
I
Cam
forgot how big that play used to be, like the reach. The
Imagine if
jump
Cam
and reach.
Newton.
That shit. Imagine Tyler Huntley. Imagine y'all had a tush push package. Y'all would have won that
We
fucking
would have
playoff
won
game.
that. We would have won that playoff game. But imagine if Cam Newton would have his whole career fourth
Sure.
and one, fourth and two, tush push, or third and one, tush push, third and goal, fourth and goal.
Or
One.
like not have to put his body on the line to get in the end zone because if he knows if he goes down to the one, they got a for sure touchdown.
Or just get up and do it again. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like it's real. Like, I hate to sit here and just say like it's not rocket science. It's not. And I'm wondering like why teams are not just accepting that. Okay, so the Eagles found a really cool way to like they found a really cool QB sneak package.
Yeah.
Essentially, is what they did.
But I mean, uh, it's kind of like where is the line drawn?
So
It's like
okay,
once you ban this play, now what are we gonna ban fucking motions and shit?
you bring up a
What
really
to
good
cheat
point.
like what when fucking United started fucking throwing the ball forward, they're like, oh yeah,
Uh,
you gotta run that motherfucker, and then it's just rugby.
so there was what's the show? I can't think of. There's a show on ESPN. It's really weird. I didn't realize that they have like a point system. There's a host who gives them like points
Oh, around
per
the horn.
like around the horn. Thank you.
Yes, isn't that over
Um,
with?
no, I was on. I've been up
I
really
think they're
late.
getting rid of it. I used to watch that all the time growing up.
I was watching it last night or like 3 a.m. watching it,
Yeah.
and they were talking about this. And apparently, I don't know what, 10 or so years ago, they had changed a rule to where before, you linemen couldn't push their running backs forward and help
Yes.
them, help
Yes.
them go forward. When that rule was taken back, they were like, okay, so what are we gonna do? Are we gonna ban that again?
Exactly. Now,
Because
is there a no drag rule?
no, you can drag.
You can drag.
You can
Okay, I
drag
thought it
and
was
push.
just push.
You
Okay,
can no, you can
gotcha.
drag and push. You can
Okay,
drag, you can push, you can do everything. But it
yeah,
was 10 or so years ago where you could not you couldn't push. I don't know about dragging. It may have been not dragging either. I didn't really
I
do
don't
my
know.
research on that. But then I forgot who else. I really wish I could remember the analyst names on there. But somebody else said, you know, what about the other plays that are just as successful? Derrick Henry on 3rd and 1.
For real.
Right, like so. What do we do with that? What
Yeah,
about when we hand it off to Saquon 3rd and 1? Are we not allowed to do
yeah,
that anymore?
yeah,
Because these are things that are just as successful,
yeah,
and players aren't or teams aren't crying about it, saying you can only hand it off to Derrick Henry 20 times a game. I
yeah.
just
No,
and then on the other side, because there's A and there's B, why are defenses not just scheming, scheme,
well,
scheme?
well, that's the other thing. It's like when the Eagles do it. I mean, if it teams, I feel like a few teams have like replicated it, but not fully put that in their system as like a play. But
That's what I'm saying.
it's fairly hard to stop.
But it could be put in any single system and be used as much as you want in that specific scenario. But I'm saying on the defensive side of the ball, okay, so you see Jalen Hurts stacked up with 3 people behind him.
Mm.
I mean, I know it. Like I said, it sounds it's easier said than done, but stack up.
Yeah,
The difference between defense and offense is you can put whoever wherever on the defensive side of the ball.
mm.
I mean, I'm saying you load that inside up as much as you want
Yeah.
and push your defenders over. I mean,
They
if you
could do
go
that.
back and watch, and then you know what that does, Devin? That makes the offense try to counter that. You know what we're gonna
Exactly.
do? We're gonna fake that, and
We're gonna
we're gonna
run it
pitch
out. We're gonna
left and
pitch it
have,
out. Yeah.
and then we're making a QB sneak even more entertaining, more interesting.
Well,
Uh,
that's what I've realized about the tush push is like when you watch the play, the linemen get out like 3 or 4 yards in front,
mm.
and it's just because they're so low. They get out and they basically crawl or like just low push forward, and then that clears a lane. But the defense has to find it's going to turn into like a rugby scrum at some point.
which is
Defense has to
fine.
find a way to like lock up,
Wh-
link
wh-
up, and like push the other way. But
I'm completely for that. But
but
another
the,
thing,
the only argument that I can see for banning the tush push is just it's the quality of football. It's like
but okay,
this could turn into a lot of plays being just a fucking push maneuver, stupid ass, get a few yards type of play.
yeah, on 3rd and 1 or
I know,
fourth
but it
and
could
one.
be a team trying this a lot of times a game.
No, no, no. On 4th and 1 and 3rd and 1.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that? What is wrong with using the most efficient play on 4th and 1? I would want my team. If I were you, I would want Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders on 4th and 1 to be able to just, all right, 6 of us are going to just try our best to make sure Jaden Daniels goes 1 yard forward.
yeah.
We're not doing this
But
fancy emotion
all these
shit and
quarterbacks
risky.
aren't built like. I'm not sure
You
if
don't
there's
have to be
any
built
impact
like
on.
nothing,
But I don't know if there's any impact on Hurts from this
bro.
because Hurts is a big dude.
Do you really? Okay, I guess.
Jaden's a little shrimp,
I guess.
little
If we're gonna
skinny
sit
boy.
here,
No, I'm just trying to figure out how this could not work for other teams. But to me, it just seems like
why would it not
teams are
work?
just waiting for it to get banned,
But why
so
would it
they're
not
not
work?
implementing it.
Why would it not work? It doesn't matter what your quarterback is built like. We're talking the biggest problem they have is the formation essentially. You're still gonna have quarterback sneaks. You're
Yeah,
just not gonna have this what pushing or the 3 people behind you or whatever they want to change. But
but the
any
formation
single
isn't illegal at this point.
but they're trying to make that you would have. What are you making illegal? So
The
you can
formation
run,
of the play itself,
you
yeah.
can make that formation legal, but not not run a QB
No,
sneak out of
well,
it.
yeah,
It's like I don't.
you can be in that formation but not run a push.
There's absolutely no reason to ban it. Like I said, I truly think it could make it even more interesting if defenses try even harder. And if you go and watch, if you go just watch any report like I was watching last night, where if they're just discussing the tush push and they're showing highlights of tush push plays, working,
Mm,
half the defense tries. Only half of them
true.
try. I guarantee you, at least whoever's on that outside, they're just standing there. It's like, why
No,
even
you're
waste
right.
your
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Like, why
Because
why not?
it's literally everyone on that offensive side. It's 11 dudes on
Mhm.
offense pushing
All pushing. So
against
you need
six
11
linemen.
pushing.
Yeah,
So so it's just I don't know. It sounds like it's so simple when we say it that it's hard to try to figure out why other teams aren't just using it and or trying to figure out how to scheme against it. It's just I'm kind of dumbfounded that GMs are just like, you know what, let's just ban it. Let's just let's not let our coaches do their job, like, which is like coaching and
yeah.
like scheming up a way to either use that for our team or be able to stop it. Let's just ban it completely.
I bet they're
I
gonna call it. Well, they were trying to do that last year, and they were calling it a dangerous play, which it
well,
is not.
it's not, but it would also be complete like obvious favoritism towards 31 teams.
Exactly.
I mean, this would be. I mean, this would be worse than anything that. I mean, I can't even. I wouldn't know what to compare it to. Like
I mean,
it
I'm
just
trying
would
to
not
think
be
of like
fair.
a dominant play that could have been banned or whatever.
Like they're taking
Well,
their
they banned the what the like the that kickoff formation or whatever, or is that banned or no? Just no one does it. I don't know,
what?
the one from the movies where they get in the V. Just start then yeah, when you link arms, you get in the V and you just fucking deck people.
Yeah,
You just clothesline everybody.
I don't think
Now
that's
that's a dangerous play.
either
A
way.
tush push for 2 yards is not dangerous.
The tush push, it's just it's not. It wouldn't be fair to take that away from the Eagles.
But
It's
yeah,
like,
no, I mean if it works that well, number one, try to stop it from working that well, and number two, put it in your fucking game plan.
but Devin, this is the National Football League asking for a QB sneak to be banned.
Yeah, sad.
What are we doing?
That sucks.
There's absolutely no reason for this tush push to be banned. But all right,
Why don't we
last
stop
episode
rigging games?
we could stop. No, no, well, no, and that's another thing. You know, you take away a tush push for the Eagles, then I mean, I don't know. You probably piss a lot of bettors
But
off in
here's
the
the thing. I
future.
mean, the Eagles did not need the tush push to win
No,
the Super Bowl.
mm.
They had Saquon, and Saquon was scary enough to open up their offense. They didn't need the tush push. I mean, the
Yeah,
Super
but
Bowl and the NFC Championship game, they won by fucking 30 points.
in hindsight, obviously they don't need the tush push, but it's the same way with like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Like, yeah, no, we don't need to do this. We could just hand it off to our running back,
Yeah,
and it probably will be just as successful as this tush push.
yeah,
But the tush push works, so we're gonna
yeah.
keep doing it. I see no problem with it.
I'm surprised they didn't ban the triple Heisman.
Triple Eisen was the dumbest thing ever.
I'm surprised they didn't ban that. It was such a good fucking play. Why don't you get it to the fastest guy in the league, RG3, at fucking 34 years old?
RG
He's probably
three.
34 right now, honestly.
See, but that's the problem. It was like one like young Heisman winner,
Yeah,
and then two like really old Heisman
for real.
winners, Mark Ingram and
RG3.
RG3. Which still, I mean, no, I fucked with Mark. I fucked with Mark
Mark
during
was
his
no
time
Mark.
in
I
Baltimore, but
think Mark, like, I don't know. He did not want to leave. He loved playing with y'all. Did he
it
leave on his own
was
terms and go to New Orleans?
going
Did he get
back.
traded? Huh?
He went back to New Orleans. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't lie to you.
I can't remember. I don't know, but it
How
was
did
big trust Al Freaky for
yeah
the
how
whole
did
year.
it go? How did it go? Oh well, yeah, no, it was yeah. Your times, it was you're cool, but then we got J.K. and Gus. It was
For
like we're
yeah.
not we they
We're not
moved
paying
on.
you, but it was like I think it was a mutual parting of ways.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It was like you're old.
I, the
This is over.
Ravens. I mean, I don't know. That's how the Ravens kind of are. It's like if you know, I don't know. The Ravens have brought on a lot of vets. I'll
Yes,
just say that the Ravens have brought on a lot of vets, and sometimes they make it work, sometimes they don't.
like Deshaun Jackson,
Deshaun Jackson, Des Bryant,
Odussey,
Deontay Johnson, Deion
Josh Johnson,
Sanders. Deion Sanders retired.
Dion.
Retired. His last year was a Baltimore Raven. Um, so
Maybe
we
you
have
guys should
to,
draft Shador.
no, probably not. We probably shouldn't draft Shador. All right.